Hello all, Rick Sceery here from Alpine Ski and Snowboard in Rhode Island. You know, a lot of people come in and they're very confused when they're looking at the ski wall. So what I want to do today is I just want to get you a little bit of information on how to purchase the right ski or the right size and so forth. There's so many different options out there, but it's really not that difficult. For example, we have a lot of skiers come in that are just beginners, and there's really not a beginner skier out there. So what we always encourage them to do is just start off at a beginner intermediate level ski. And what that means is when you pick out a ski, you want it to be fairly soft, but fairly stiff torsional-wise right through here. What that does for you is it holds really good grip on hard-packed snow. So we want to get you into a ski that you're going to grow into. Unless you're only skiing once or twice a year, yeah, then you want to go to a beginner ski, a very soft ski, soft, flexible ski. But if you're going to ski more often, try to get into a ski that's going to last you for some time. What also comes to us quite often is the size of the ski. What size do I get? What's the width of the ski? Very easy when you get a ski for size-wise. If you're a real good skier, you want to go to the top of your head. If you're an intermediate to advanced skier, you want to go nose to the top of your head. And when you're a beginner to an intermediate skier, you want to go to about nose height. It'll give you an idea of size anyways. Now, we always have a lot of questions on width of the skis and what's made in the ski and so forth. So I'm going to go down the line a little bit just to give you some ideas on the types of skis and what they're made for. So we want to find out where you're skiing, we want to find out the conditions that you're usually skiing in, and we want to find out how often you ski, because that'll help us guide you into the right product. For example, I'm going to pull this ski out here. It's a 75 underfoot. This is a good intermediate all-mountain ski, but it's only for real groomers. And the reason be real groomers is it's narrow underfoot. When you go into deep powder or when you go into the crud on the sides of the mountain, you want something a little bit wider that goes on top of the crud. Flexibility-wise, again, it's a good intermediate ski, 75 underfoot. However, and this is where it gets a little tricky, this ski here is 74 underfoot, but this is a very advanced performance ski. It's a toned-down race ski, so it's for somebody who skis real hard, wants to get on that edge and really drive your turn. This is for the skier that just wants to be casual, turn easily, and just be comfortable. So I'm not showing you specific skis themselves, but just to give you an idea of the differences between all. Now when we get into a little wider ski, this ski here is 80 underfoot. What 80 underfoot does, it gets through the crud a little bit easier, it stays on top of the snow a little bit easier, and yeah, once in a while you can go into some powder, but it's not going to stay up on top all the time. However, there's a lot of technology that's going into all of these skis. This, even though 80 underfoot, it's what we call rocker technology. And that's to clarify, a lot of people ask me what that all means. What a rocker technology is your contact points are approximately between my two fingers. You have an early rise in the tip and an early rise in the tail. What that means is when you roll the edge over on your edge, the ski's automatically going to cause that arc and it's going to carve. Real easy carving skis when you have rocker in the tip or the tail. And the rocker is going to be depending on where you ski as well. So you can go with an 80 all-mountain ski, or again, not to be confusing, there's another 80 underneath your foot ski, but this ski here is, again, more of a performance ski. You got to drive it, you got to be on it all day. So I put an intermediate ski in one ski, we have an option in 80, there's another 80 ski underfoot that we put an advanced skier on. And it progresses upward. Now, we're going to get into a little bit more all-mountain skis, and then you keep growing, again, depending on where you're skiing. I have skiers come down to me and they say, hey, I ski off trail once in a while, I really drive the ski, but I want something that goes through the crud, I want something that stays up on top. You know, now you want to look at an 88 or 90 underfoot. And what that does, for an 88 or 90, this is both the male and the female ski, what these skis do, there's a lot of metal in the ski, still has that rocker technology that I mentioned earlier to you, so your contact points are right here, but it's for that person that really wants to drive their turns. It's 88 underfoot, which is quite wide for groomers only, but you can't ski on and off trail. Now, I may have somebody come in and say, hey, I'm going to be skiing off trail quite a bit, but again, I want a hard charger. Then you got another option. You can go to 100 underfoot. Again, it's going to ski very well up on top of the snow, but it's got a lot of metal in it, and this is a hard charger. You got to be on it all day. So I'd put an advanced skier on this ski. So we go to levels and underneath the foot levels as well. Now, you could keep going up. If somebody comes in, they say, I want an all powder, all mountain ski. I've got a 106. Again, now you're getting wider underfoot. However, it's got metal in it, so you can ski groomers once in a while. You can get up on edge. It's going to stay really well. And you'll see the dramatic tip and tail lift, big rocker, because it is a longer ski. I personally ski in a much longer ski, so I want a little bit of a tip and tail rocker so I can get it over easy, especially if I'm in the woods. I want that ski to come around. Now, there's a whole other section of skis or category of skis that we need to talk about a little bit, and that's twin tips. We get a lot of kids that come in wants a twin tips. Adults want a twin tip. What that does, a twin tip is for a skier that wants to ski in the park, wants to play a lot, wants to spin the ski a lot. However, the difference between twin tips, there are directional twin tips and there are actual twin tips that are evenly flexed. What that means, for example, is when I'm at the center of the ski, you've got a full rocker. So when you flex the ski, tip to tail, it's even flex throughout the whole ski. A direction, so this is more for playing in the park or playing around or turning and whatever. What you want a directional twin tip for is a regular skier who says, yeah, I want a twin tip, I want to screw around a little bit, I want to fool around and play a little bit on the ski, but I'm going to mostly go straight. Now we're going to go with the directional twin tip. What a directional ski is, a little softer in the shovel, a little stiffer in the tail. We stiffen up the tail a little bit because when you get it up on edge, you want to get off that turn real quickly. So I hope this clarifies a little bit on the different options that you have available for you with skis out there, from wide to narrow to tall to a little bit shorter. But you just want to make sure you get the right length. And again, when you ask us questions, we'll ask you questions. We want to find out where you ski, how often you ski, the type of skiing you do, and that will guide us to putting you in the right product, because it's more important to get you in the right ski. If you get into a nice ski, you'll have it for a long time and you're going to enjoy the sport. Thank you very much for coming, and please feel free to call us anytime.